Elon Musk isn't a genius because he was born that way. He's a genius because he learns that way. Forget talent. Forget IQ. If you want to outthink, outwork, and outlearn everyone else, you need to learn like Musk does. Because here's the brutal truth. Most people waste years stuck in slow, shallow learning. While Musk, the guy who changed space travel, electric cars, and AI, uses a system backed by science to learn faster, deeper, and smarter than anyone alive. And you can do the exact same thing starting today. Here's how step by step. Step 1. Start with first principles. What the heck does that even mean? It means breaking down any problem or topic into the absolute basics, the facts you cannot argue with. No assumptions, no copying, no shortcuts, just raw, undeniable truth. Why? Because science shows your brain learns best when it builds strong, clear foundations. Try to swallow a huge chunk of info all at once, and your brain freaks out. It gets overloaded, confused, and you forget most of it in days. This is called cognitive overload. But focus on the core building blocks, the first principles, and your brain forms strong, lasting connections. Neuroscience calls these neural pathways. Strong pathways make recall and mastery easier later on. Most people don't learn this way. They guess or copy. They say, "This is how it's done." They rely on memorization without understanding. They pile on info without breaking it down. For instance, when someone wants to lose weight, they often jump into fad diets, expensive supplements, or copy whatever influencer says is the best plan. They follow trends blindly, hoping for a shortcut. That's surface-level thinking. It burns energy and kills results. Elon Musk takes a different approach. When he wanted to build rockets, he didn't say, "Rockets cost billions, so I need billions." No, he stripped it down. What are rockets actually made of? How much do those materials cost? Can we rethink the design to use materials smarter and cheaper? This process is called reductionism, breaking complex problems into small parts you can actually understand and improve. By focusing on first principles, Musk smashed assumptions, cut costs, and built SpaceX, changing the space game forever. Here's how you use it to learn faster. Set a crystal clear goal. Know exactly what you want to master. No vague dreams. Break the topic down to core facts and concepts. What do you really know is true? What can't be argued with? Question every assumption relentlessly. Ask why and how until assumptions fall away. Master the basics step by step before moving on. Don't skip foundational knowledge. Science proves this works. Educational psychology calls it deep processing, engaging meaningfully with material instead of surface-level memorization. Stop wasting time memorizing noise or copying bad advice. Start from first principles. Break it down. Understand the truth. Build smart. That's the mindset that turns learners into creators. That's how you learn faster. That's how you win. But knowing the basics of one topic isn't enough. The real magic happens when you expand your horizons, connecting dots across different fields. Which brings us to Step 2, cross-disciplinary learning. Elon Musk doesn't limit himself to one subject. He reads physics, engineering, AI, economics, philosophy, basically everything. Why? Because neuroscience shows that making connections across different knowledge areas boosts creativity and problem solving. Your brain builds new pathways when it links unrelated ideas. This is called associative learning, combining concepts from different fields to spark innovation. Most people miss out here. They stay stuck in one bubble, learning only within their field. That limits their thinking and blocks breakthroughs. Musk? He's a mad scientist, mixing mental models from everywhere. Take improving your productivity, for example. Instead of only reading productivity hacks, you might dive into psychology, learn about motivation and decision fatigue. Then you read about economics, understand opportunity cost and incentives. You combine these insights to design a work routine that maximizes energy and cuts distractions. Here's how to apply it. Read outside your field every week, just one article or video. Identify key mental models, simple, powerful concepts like feedback loops or Pareto's principle. Ask yourself, how can I apply this idea from economics or biology to my problem? Experiment by mixing ideas and see what works. Science proves this works. Studies show cross-disciplinary thinkers generate more original ideas and solve problems faster. Don't get stuck in one box. Start connecting dots across fields. That's how you level up your brain. But ideas alone won't get you anywhere. You have to act on them. That's why Musk doesn't just think. He builds, tests, and learns through experience. So next up is step 3, learn by doing. Elon Musk isn't just a thinker. He's a doer. He doesn't sit around waiting for perfect knowledge. He experiments, builds prototypes, tests ideas in the real world. Why? Because science proves active learning beats passive reading every time. When you engage physically by doing, practicing, testing, you create stronger neural connections. Your brain moves knowledge from short-term to long-term memory faster. Mistakes? Perfect. They're feedback, not failures. Every screw-up shows you what to fix next. This cycle, try, fail, learn, improve, is the fastest way to master anything. Think about learning guitar. Instead of endlessly watching tutorials, you pick up the guitar, try a chord, mess up, then try again. Each mistake rewires your brain, teaching you what works. How to apply this? Stop waiting to be ready. Start doing. Build or practice small parts of your skill immediately. Use mistakes as data. Learn from them fast. Repeat the cycle. Do, fail, improve. Science backs this. Studies show learners who practice actively retain 75% more than those who only watch or read. So don't just consume knowledge. Use it. That's how Musk builds rockets and how you build skills fast. But learning doesn't stop once you understand or do something well. Real mastery comes when you can teach it to others. That's why step 4 is. Step 4. Teach and explain. You've learned something new. Now what? Don't just sit on that info. Teach it. Elon Musk isn't just a learner. He's a teacher. Why? Because science proves teaching is one of the most powerful ways to lock in knowledge. Here's why it works. When you teach, your brain is forced to organize scattered facts into a clear, simple story. This deepens your understanding and lights up parts of your brain you don't use when just reading or listening. But here's the kicker. If you can't explain it clearly, you don't really understand it. That's a red flag telling you to dig deeper. Research in cognitive psychology shows learners who explain material in their own words retain up to 90% more than passive learners. This effect is called the protégé effect. Teaching others supercharges your own learning. How to actually do this? Imagine you're learning neural networks. Instead of endlessly reading, try this. Explain the concept out loud, like you're teaching a friend. Use simple language, ditch the jargon. When you get stuck or can't explain a part well, pause. Go back and review that tricky part, then try teaching it again. This loop forces you to plug knowledge gaps and turn facts into true understanding.